The most fascinating part of that commercial is how they advertise the idea of the autonomousness or the reliance on robots that can be for inclusive natures of people that can't traditionally drive. So traditionally, you wouldn't see a blind person driving. But what I think is most fascinating about the way they tell that story is at the very, very end of the commercial, it asks for the customer number, and it's lots of zeros and a one, and that zeros are billions. So their intent is that every person gets a self-driving car. So you can see from that video till the present that Tesla now has self-driving cars as kind of standard in many of the top-end Teslas. And when I went to Vegas last year for NAB, you could hail a self-driving BMW. It wasn't as sleek or elegant as a Tesla, but it was a car that kind of got hailed, drove to you. It had a pilot being that by law, most self-driving cars need a pilot, somebody who doesn't drive but has to be in the car to take control in case of some sort of disaster. And that is because of something known as the trolley problem. And so inside of self-driving cars is a computer that identifies, like we talked about, it identifies what objects are, from people to surprises to people on bikes to people in cross pathways, but it also has to make decisions. And the decisions that have to be made are an AI conundrum known as the trolley problem. And the trolley problem is the idea of, if you are able to make a choice between saving the least amount of deaths, which one would you choose? And so a car, self-driving car, has to think, will it save the driver or will it save the pedestrian outside? And it has to make those types of decisions in real time. So over the last 10 years, we've gone from very primitive LiDAR-based cars, which is that thing on the top of the car that spins really quickly. That's a LiDAR. That's a laser that's spinning rapidly to give it a depth perception. It lets it know where it is in relation to everything else. To cars that have those sensors all over their body. So now it has a bigger, more knowledgeable idea of spatial relations. So it gives the cars today a more robotic sense. They're less self-driving and more robotic. In that way, we've started entering a period of time in the 2010s where robots became normalized, how we can start wanting to use them or having them inhabit our house. So a dude created a company. I actually met him last year, and it's kind of a shame I can't remember his name right off the bat here. He's the inventor of a company called IRobot. And it's really fascinating the company's name is IRobot because for those of you who are science fiction fans and have read Isaac Asimov's IRobot, IRobot is the book that basically premises the rules robots must have for humans, that they can't harm human beings. Well, he named his company IRobot. Now, some of you might have an iRobot product in your house. They're most commonly seen as Roombas. The Roomba vacuum cleaner is an iRobot product. It is designed specifically to act autonomously, clean your house, and redock. But it isn't the only product for iRobot. This commercial from long ago shows you what it means to start becoming reliant on robots around. And the slogan that iRobot has was, iRobot, do you? And it's a kind of a cheesy commercial, but it does show you how many versatile uses that robots could have in different places.